What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ao back with a hero pool video. It's been a while. I'm excited to dive into it. We have a new hero here that I have not done a first impression of. Usually I've done the first impression, so then I can just talk about the batch. But we're going to be doing both in one, a twofer. Congratulations. So let's just dive into the new hero first. We're going to talk all about the new hero for a while. Everything there is. I'm going to go over his skills, give my first impression. See how he is on paper, then talk about maybe some possible formations for him. We'll talk about the particle lab. We'll talk about the pool itself, and then whether or not you should go for this pool based on your situation. So let's dive into the new hero. We have Lorenzo, the Fallen Raven. I'm probably going to call him Lorenzo and the Fallen Raven, or Fallen Raven, or whatever throughout the video, so just know that it's all the same guy. First, we got to talk about the looks. I don't know. I like the bird. I like the sword. But he looks a little too large or like a little disproportionate. His head is the same size as his head. So a little strange, but, whatever. We'll see. That's just my opinion. So I don't know. It is what it is. Although he does kind of look like a Chad. I'm not sure why he's got these bloody tears. Anyway, nobody cares about that except me. Anyway, he's a melee, so usually that's considered front row fighter, a mercenary. We'll see if he goes in the front row or not. Half the time, this shit doesn't really matter. This melee doesn't really matter anymore. But we'll see. So his second ability, all right, Cursed Fate. I guess this is his bird. Combat skill, effective range of 5. Okay, so he basically could go anywhere with this ability. 100% chance to curse 2 random enemy squads at a 150% damage rate for 2 rounds. Can be stacked 3 layers or 3 times. Okay, so every single round he's going to use this unless he's CC'd, which is good. That's really good. He'll curse 2 distinct enemy squads, 2 random enemy squads. And then he'll deal 150% damage, and they'll be cursed for 2 rounds. So theoretically, it's like 600 damage every round, which isn't bad, but for fighters, it's not much. This is basically just chip damage. So chip damage is basically like, you do a little bit of damage over and over and over, and then over time, they're going to kind of die. It's not like a big hit of damage that just kills, wipes out half the troops. The second part is the cursed squads will have 35% less recovery effect. Okay, so that's actually really good. The problem with chip damage is that it can be healed up basically at the same rate that the damage is dealt. So, if the enemy is cursed, basically they're just going to take a little bit of damage and then just get healed up back. But the second part of this basically makes it so that they heal less. So that's pretty good. It might deal some solid damage because of the recovery effect, and this also synergizes with every other hero as well. It's not like only the curse damage is better. It's everything is basically more important. Third, resistance might. Okay, nothing new. Again, I want to see something new. Maybe one of these years. His fifth ability, Titanium Armor Prep Skill. So round 0, it happens at the very beginning of the battle, no matter what. Effective range of 5. Okay, so again, he can probably be flexed anywhere. Every layer of the cursing effect, so every stack, basically, will make the enemy squad deal 15% less damage and take 15% more damage. Okay, so that's actually really good. It can stack up to 3 times. So theoretically, since his second ability is a combat skill, other heroes can trigger it again. So he could be stacking multiple times on the same squad, using it a bunch of times. So the enemy squad that is cursed, based on the amount of stacks, they could be dealing 45% less damage. Now that's a lot. That's actually pretty impactful. And they'll be taking 45% more damage, which means that chip damage is actually even again better. And all the other damage that his formation deals will be even better. So you could put this guy with other fighters, which is likely where we'll see him. Probably one of the formations coming to mind, which I'll get to at the end. But you might also be able to put him with vehicles and some other harder hitting heroes as well because of this ability right here. The fact that they're going to be taking 15% or more damage you could actually maybe pair him with some other interesting formations. Second part of this is Fallen Raven will restore some troop power, 60% of the damage caused by the cursing effect. Okay, so everything revolves around the curse. As we can see, everything basically revolves around the second ability. I'm assuming the fifth ability is going to do the exact same thing. This is nice. This healing is pretty nice. This kind of makes him that melee hero where you can put him in the front because he's going to be healing up. Or you can flex him basically anywhere because of his range. So we'll see based on the fifth ability. 15% HP. Okay, so again, we're kind of seeing that maybe he'll go in the front row. Fighter Might, 40. Okay, you'd think this might be resistance, but whatever. They do this kind of regularly, and this isn't honestly too important. The seventh ability is eighth ability, Bloodthirsty Blade. So a combat skill, again, effective range of 5 again, so basically can be flexed anywhere. The squad being cursed will deal 40% less damage to Fallen Raven. Okay, so this does not stack. It doesn't appear, but that's pretty good. And again, that kind of implies that he'll go in the front because, you know, realistically, he might be cursing multiple people. They're all going to be dealing 40% less damage to him, making him very, very tanky, or have a, you know, theoretically tankier. When the hero squad takes damage for a total of 5 times, it will deal 350% damage to all enemy squads and apply a layer of curse to them. So that's really good. And again, we'll probably want to be putting him in the front. I guess we'll see, because when he takes damage, just any amount of damage, so basic attack, damage over time like a curse, or a poison or a burn, or a skill, you know, a skill, whatever, if he takes damage from a skill, all of those will stack up. Once they reach 5, he'll then basically, you know, curse everybody and deal a little bit of damage to everybody. So that's significant. Then after that, they're going to be cursed for 2 rounds. They're going to be dealing less damage to Fallen Raven. They're going to be dealing less damage in general because of his fifth ability. And they're going to be taking more damage from him, from Fallen Raven, and from everybody else in the formation. So that's pretty good, actually. This is a really good ability if it starts proccing regularly. So I'm not really sure why it's a combat skill, but whatever. I guess it basically just means if he's CC'd, it's not going to trigger and things like that. But there is no cast. It's just for the kind of other effects on top of a combat skill is why it's a combat skill. So yeah, theoretically putting him in the front row, he's going to get auto attacked a lot. He's going to be, you know, I guess using this Bloodthirsty Blade ability regularly. However, there are a lot of good front row heroes at the moment. Well, Beast basically is the good front row hero at the moment. So I'm not sure whether we'll be, you know, swapping Beast. Probably not, which means Lorenzo is going to kind of have to fight for getting these hits. So if you know that, like, let's say they're going to hit the back row, they're going to target the back row, you can put Lorenzo in the back row. He has the range to make up for it, so that's not going to be a problem. Or you can put him in the middle. He'll get hit, you know, every so often in the middle as well, and I don't really think it matters too much. So I guess it basically depends. Can you be putting this guy in front of Beast or not? I would probably say no, but I guess we'll see, right? We'll see when. So after Hero Day, obviously we're gonna make another video about Lorenzo and kind of the formations, and then whether or not you should really go for this hero. So let me just give my opinion overall, and then I'm gonna give some formations that I think this hero could fall into. Actually, I'll do it the other way around. So I think the devs actually gave a formation for this guy, for Lorenzo. Now, the testing that the devs do is pretty terrible, to be honest. Usually they're close-ish, but not necessarily on it. But I do actually think the recommendation they give is probably where we'll be seeing this guy. So they say Beast in the front row, Lorenzo in the middle, and then Thunderbolt in the back. Now, that already is basically one of the top formations in the game. Well, obviously not in Lorenzo, but Beast, Hunk, Thunderbolt right now is a really good combo. Or, you know, you can even play like Mech Outlaw, or Outlaw, I mean, in the mid. So basically just replacing Hunk for Lorenzo is probably going to be pretty good. It can't be bad. You like you can replace Hunk with, you know, a bunch of other people and it's still a really, really good combo. You can even replace Thunderbolt with Hammer and it's still a really good combo. So I can't see that being bad at all. And I imagine it's going to be an upgrade over kind of the Hunk combo that we're seeing right now. If Lorenzo is maxed and, you know, Particle reconstructed and blah, blah, blah. So that's probably going to be the best combo, at least the best fighter combination that we have for now. Now, again, I do think because of his fifth ability, I think he can be flexed with some, you know, vehicle heroes and things like that. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, that's the combination from there. So I think just replacing the hero incrementally increases your, you know, the strength. If you're a maxed base and your role, you need to be the strongest base, like in your alliance, or, you know, you're like the top 5 strongest in your alliance, you might need to do that, right? You always need to be very competitive and have the best possible formations. You're probably going to have to use Lorenzo. I think it will be an upgrade. If you're not a max base and that's not necessarily your role, but you need like, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 really strong APCs, not like 5 of the best APCs, Lorenzo might not be your guy. I think he'll do really well if you're free to play because he can basically just play on his own. So if you don't have like most of the heroes, you know, most of the top X heroes, I think he'll do really well on his own with, you know, maybe just some supports like Tech Priestess or, you know, whoever. So in that situation, I think he's pretty good to get. If you're kind of in the middle, and, you know, you might not have everybody, but you have a lot, I don't think he's that important. I think he'll incrementally increase like the 1 combo, but that's about it. And then if you're a max base, I think it will be important. I do think he will be an upgrade. So overall, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 5 for all of those reasons. I think, you know, free to play, he's going to be good, or like the lower end, he's going to be good, and the very high end, he's going to be good. In the middle, not sure. Now, let's just talk about his Hopeness Lab. It's very, very simple. Anything group, you can just put on this guy. So group might, HP, whatever. It's going to do well. He's just a tanky hero. We've seen this prototype, or this archetype rather, a million times. So by this point, people probably know what to put on him on the Particle Lab. The devs do say the flexibility, which is kind of the only thing, I guess the difference here. You can put fight on this guy. Don't really have anything to say to that until we start seeing the formations, and then we can kind of give a more accurate assessment. You can put Endless Trial on him as well for special abilities. You can pretty much put everything, efficient treatment. You can put all sorts of stuff in this guy. I don't really think it matters at all. Just stack up all the group, you know, all the group might you can, all the group HP you can, and kind of go from there. If you have the flexibility, obviously, and this guy is as good as he seems, you know, put it on him. So that's going to be it for Fallen Raven. I do think that the new hero, the other hero that's coming out, Jackie, I think she might be a little bit more important, but I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and obviously, you know, see what she does, see her abilities and things like that. But she might be a little bit more important. I don't know. We'll see. But this guy looks pretty good. So that's that. If you have everybody else, you know, you're just debating between Fallen Raven and Jackie, I would wait until Hero Day, until, you know, we have all of that data, until we see a bunch of battles, a bunch of testing, and then I'll be able to give a more accurate assessment of this hero, and then I will release that video. However, this pool in itself is really good. You have Beast here, who's, you know, a top tier hero. So if you don't have a max Beast, I mean, you kind of want a maxed Beast. There's not much else to say about that, other than he's really, really strong. And then Kung Fu Master in his own right is pretty solid. He's pretty decent. Not like the most needed hero, but he is a good hero. And I think if you don't have him, getting him is pretty good. So overall, I think this pool is actually really, really strong. I think Fallen Raven's strong. Beast is strong. Kung Fu Master is strong. I would say if you don't have Beast maxed, you kind of have to go for this pool, even if Jackie's going to be really good. Realistically, it looks like Jackie might be replacing the tuner, or tuner. If you already have tuner in that combo, you might not need Jackie, so you're going to kind of have to determine that for yourself, whether or not you need Beast. You can put your situation in the comments like normal, and I will, you know, it's better if you do that. Like, I have this hero, this hero, this hero, this hero, this many tickets, because then it's easier to kind of individually tell you whether or not you should go for the hero or the pool. So that's going to be it for the pool, guys. I think it's a pretty good one. Beast being, crazy good is obviously boosts the pool. Lorenzo looking like he's going to be pretty solid boosts the pool. And then Kung Fu Master being already pretty solid boosts the pool. So it's a really, really good pool, honestly. There's nothing bad about this pool at all. So yeah, if you have the tickets, let me know in the comments, or like you're questioning whether or not you're going to go. Let me know in the comments. I'll try to help you out as quick as possible. And good luck pulling this hero. Let me know how many tickets it takes for you guys to max out this guy. I'd love to know. For me, sometimes it takes like 1 million. So love to know if you guys get super lucky or super unlucky. All right, guys, that's going to be it. I will be doing an update on this hero on Hero Day, so stay tuned for that. I'll be doing a ton of research. I'll be looking at every single battle possible, and I'll try to give you guys the best assessment so you know if you should go for him. Anyway, guys, if you want to see any more Last Shelter content, please comment in the comment box. If you want to see tech, mech, whatever, anything, tiling, yada yada, let me know, because I have a backlog of stuff ready to come out for you guys, and I will definitely add whatever you're looking for to that list. All right, guys, that's about it. Take it easy. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully you get this guy. You get lucky if you need him. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Catch you later. Peace.